Hello, everyone. This is Joe from Curious Core Joe. I was going to say Curious Core AI, but Curious Core Joe, because that's the channel that we're going to upload to. So, first off, I just want to start by showing off what GoHighLevel looks like for anyone that may or may not be familiar with GoHighLevel and how it looks. That way, everyone kind of knows what they're looking at. Again, this is going to be a follow along. So anyone that has GoHighLevel currently, you can follow along and do it with me. So I'm just going to start off by showing the main features that we're going to be covering today. We're going to be covering the calendar section. We're going to cover the marketing section, the automation section, and the sites section. So first off, though, we're going to start off with creating a calendar because that will feed into our website, into our funnel, and into our custom values, which we're going to set. So first off, we're going to start off with calendars. So on the left side of bar or whatever, we're going to head to calendars. And once we're in the calendars, you can sort the different calendars that you have. But we're going to create a new calendar. So we're going to go to calendar settings. And it's going to take us into our settings option, or like our settings mode, I like to call it. So now that we're in the calendar settings, we're going to create a calendar with the blue button. And so there's a bunch of different things that you could do. Service booking is what we're going to focus on today. Because, I'm going to presume that this is like a webinar. Like we're doing a webinar. So I'm going to set things up as if it's a webinar. So I typically like to say the name of the company. I'm just going to use Curious Core Joe because, again, that's the channel that we're on. And then we're going to do growth booking. I don't like to say like I was told by someone not to make it like appointment or like whatever. Make it into something that seems a little bit more like friendly. Because this is what people are going to see. So, it's like a pleasant way of saying appointment. So once we put the name, we're going to go to custom URL. And so you can name it whatever you want, however you want. I usually do I try to make it as short as I can. So CCJ for Curious Core Joe, and then growth booking or growth meeting, whatever you want. However you want to name this, name it like that. And so the service duration will be 30 minutes because we're not trying to do a full call or full, presentation. We're just going to do a quick little webinar call. And I typically like to do every day because, that maximizes your ability to do it. And AM to 5 p.m., that's just like the range of which you're free. And then we will hit confirm. Oh, okay. You have to put a staff member. Okay, so now that we have a calendar, we have a new link and an embed link. We're going to use this in a minute. So we're going to reference this again very soon. So once we've done that, now we're going to edit the calendar. And now that we're in the edit calendar mode, this is where we can add a lot of different features. I'm not going to make it super complicated right now because it can get very complicated very quickly. But so just to go over it, the service details, the availability, the forms and payments, and notification, and rooms and equipment. Again, we're going to keep it simple for now. So we're just going to add a description. So growth call for the webinar. Because this is, again, all hypothetical. Your application may be different, but the formulation or like the the way that you do it will all fall within these guidelines. So the way that I'm doing this is like a webinar for people that want to grow their business. So a growth call for webinar, and then yeah, I should have done groups first. So now we have the custom URL, which we made previously. The appointment invite title is the name of the person who filled out the calendar, or like the form, which we're gonna make shortly. The staff member that is gonna be running the event, and then the meeting location. I keep it as custom, whatever you prefer to do. You can have it, be whatever it is. We'll say Google Meet for now, just because I have Google Meet. So we're gonna do that. I'm gonna save. Okay, it takes us back. Oh, okay, no, okay. So one thing that I've found out, I don't know if they've updated it since then, but GoHighLevel will freak out if you don't save every time that you try to go to a new tab. So every time that you're done, just click save. So now we can fine tune the availability. It doesn't really matter. I would do service interval for 30 minutes because, each call is 30 minutes. And buffer time, I've been told to make it like an hour. That way it seems like you're busier than what you are. So it's personal preference, whatever you want to do for that. So we're gonna click save. I'll wait for questions until we're done with this section, and then I'll see if anyone has any questions. So for form, we're gonna wait on this because we have not made the form yet. We're gonna come back to this though. However, the default form is pretty good. So if you don't want to make a custom form for your calendar, I would just keep it as is. But again, we will make a form for this. So I would do pre-populate fields. So what that does is it auto-fills anything that they filled out from a previous form. That way they don't have to type in their name, their address, or whatever the case may be again. Having a consent checkbox is always a good standard. So you can have a confirmation page. So it could send them to like a custom thank you page, or it could just be default and it will just say this. I personally prefer this because you're not loading a whole new website or web page. You're just kind of loading a new asset, which is a lot quicker, and it won't. It's less likely to crash or like have issues in between. If you're running a Facebook marketing campaign or whatever, this is where you would input the pixel ID. Auto confirm new appointments. Just by nature of your business, turn that on or off, whatever. Payment. If you do Stripe or whatever, you would connect your Stripe or whatever through here. So we'll click save. Notifications. This is more so if you have the GoHighLevel app on your phone. You can get notifications on your phone. You can control which ones go to your phone and which ones go to your email, or both. I'll leave this open-ended because you don't need to edit this too much. It's more so for me, the way I think about this is like, how many notifications do I want, and like, can I mitigate or like lower the amount, right? So all of this stuff you can look into after the fact. Allow reschedule appointments. I personally turn that off because you want them to email you to be like, hey, can we reschedule, and not just from the GoHighLevel interface, because you may not know that they rescheduled. Allow cancellation. Again, up to you. And this custom, or like the, not custom, but this is pretty okay by default. So we'll click save. Customization. Customization, this is like if you really want to fine tune the way that your calendar looks. We're gonna skip this for now, because it's fluff, but it's like if you want to make it look more professional. But we're gonna skip this just for the sake of the tutorial. I don't want to make it too complicated. And then same with rooms and equipment. If you're at a gym, or like if you're whatever, you want to like mark what equipment was being used. If you have like 4 machines in a gym or whatever, you can mark like which machine was being used at what time. So you can set that. So we're just gonna click save because sometimes it doesn't like to save the calendar. So we're going to make a group, because it puts all of the stuff into like a certain like category. Okay, for those of you watching the recording, my internet is having issues right now. So if it's kind of like, if the video is like kind of jumping around up until this point, that would be why. But pretty much what I'm going to recap what I just did for the sake of the recording, and for anyone that is following along in the group call, because it was kind of like muddy. So what we just did was we made a calendar, and now we're going to make a group for that calendar. That way, it kind of puts it in a group, obviously, but it helps with like GoHighLevel and different stuff. So there's a create group button, and as David in the group in the live call right now pointed out, he did not have the group feature pop up, but he needed to refresh the page. So if that is something that you encountered, just take that into consideration. So we're in the settings option, we're on the calendars, and we're about to make a group for our calendar that we just made. So we're going to create a group. We're going to name it. I'm going to name it Curious Core Joe, because that's the name of the channel, and that way we know that all of this stuff is going to go through my Curious Core stuff. So we'll do CCJ 30 minutes. Let me let me back it up because that was kind of quick. So the widget / groups or whatever, I named it CCJ just to make the link shorter, and I gave the amount of time that the meeting would be for, or like what this like particular calendar will be for. It's for 30 minutes, right? I wish I could pop out the chat. That way I don't have to turn my head so far. Anyways, so yeah, it's CCJ again for Curious Core Joe. Name it whatever you want. You could do like 30-minute booking, 30-minute call, whatever you want, whatever makes sense for you. Name it that. Okay. So we're gonna click save. And now that we have a group, we're going to go back to the calendar, and we're going to add the group to the calendar that we had. Yeah, I should have done forms first. That's okay. So under the service details, we're going to add the group, which is Curious Core Joe, and we're going to save. Okay. We're going to close. So now we have connected it to the group. Okay. So now that we have done that, All right, cool. Yeah, now does anyone have any questions? Yeah. We'll start with Sharon because she went first. Sharon, what's your question?
I didn't see how you added it to the group.
Oh yeah. So let me back it up.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, perfect. That's perfectly fine. I went a little bit quick. That's on me. So we're gonna go to the calendar section, and for the calendar that we just made, I'm gonna click the three dots or whatever, and click edit. And on the first page, on the service details, we're gonna scroll down, and then click the drop down menu, and then click the group that we just made.
Awesome. Thank you.
No, thank you. I'm sorry. All right, David.
That was my same question.
Okay, yeah, no, okay. I'll
Yeah.
go. I'll try to go a little bit slower, because, yeah, because you guys are still clicking and doing everything. So, I'll make sure that to give you guys time to like click and find things because, yeah, that's on me. So I appreciate everyone. Okay, so now we're gonna get a little bit complicated. But all we're gonna do is gonna create a field, or we're gonna create custom values. So, I want everyone to go over to the right dots or whatever, like how we edit. However, we're gonna click the share button. So once we click the share on the calendar that we just made, there's gonna be a permanent link. We're gonna copy that permanent link. So this is in the share button. So you click the copy button, and now it will be copied to a clipboard. If you want, you can if you want, you can post this on a notepad, but we're gonna make a custom value that will save that link forever. And then all we have to do is go back to that variable. So the way that we do that is we're still in the settings. We're gonna scroll down on the left side, scroll down, and where it says other settings, we're going to go to custom values. We're going to do fields after this, but custom values feeds into both of them. So custom value on the left side, we're going to click that. So now that we're here on custom values, make sure it says values and not field, because those are two different things, but I'll explain. So now that we're in custom values, I have a lot of predefined ones. But don't worry about that. It's just stuff that I've had previously. So custom values, a good way to think about this is like if you've ever done programming or even math, right? Solve for X, what does X equal? That is what X equals, right? So if you've ever done like a formula or a function, I'm sorry, you plug in X into the formula, right? Or if you've ever done programming, you you insert the variable that you define, or value that you define. So we're gonna make a value, which is like a box that we define, that we can call upon, that we could use, that we could just insert wherever, whenever. And that will play into all of the other stuff shortly. So to start off, if you want, you can make a folder. I'm gonna do it just for the sake of the tutorial. So at the top right corner, we're gonna click the white button that says Add Folder, and everything is gonna be named Curious Core Joe. So Curious Core Joe. Name it whatever you want. You don't even need to make a folder, but just for the sake of the tutorial, we're gonna use a folder. So once you've named it, we're gonna create. Okay. So now we can go through folders. and then click the folder that we just made. And by the way, the folders is above the value. So it says all values. You may have to refresh, but there should be a folder tab next to all values. So once you click folders, go to the folder that you've made. Okay, I'm gonna make a couple values, and then I'll give time for questions. But again, feel free to pop a question in chat. Again, I'm gonna make like 2 or 3. I'll make three values, and then if you have any questions between that, then I'll give time for questions. So we're gonna add a custom value. So we're going to start off with appointment link. So remember, hopefully you still have the link copied. You probably do. So the appointment link that we copied from the calendar, we're just gonna paste. So you can do Control V, Control or Command if you're on a Mac. Command V for Van or Victor. Control V, or right click and paste. I'm gonna add for all of these custom links or values, I'm personally going to add CCJ, just because I don't want my GoHighLevel to freak out because I have all of these already defined. So don't worry about that for if you're following along. I'm doing that just for my GoHighLevel to not freak out. So don't worry about doing that for yourself. So now that we have posted the link, we're going to click create. And boom. So now we've made the custom value. We're going to make 2 more, and then I'll see if anyone has any questions. So on top right again, we're going to create a new value. We're going to do company name. So whatever your company is named, this is where you put your company name, right? So Curious Core. I'm going to do Joe, although my company name is Curious Core AI, but just for the tutorial, it's going to be Curious Core Joe. So I'm giving everyone time to put in their company name. And then once you're done, click create. Okay. So this one may be a little funky, but this will be something that we will add after the tutorial if you don't have it. But let me pull it up for myself. I should have done this before. Okay, that's okay. That works out even better. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a knowledge base or a knowledge like database, not database, but we're going to add knowledge for our future AI assistant to gather from. That way it knows everything about our company and all of that. So again, you can do this after this after our tutorial. That way we're not like spending 20 minutes trying to get all of this. So we're going to do knowledge base or whatever you want to name it, but that way you can tell a bot whatever, like all of your company information. So I'm just going to put like a filler. Right. I would kind of put what I said pretty similar. We're going to overwrite this. But just so that whenever you click on this again, you know what that looks like. So it's going to be a huge printout. It's going to be a long printout, right? But again, this is for the bot to know, to pull information about your business. after we're done, I can help everyone kind of define all of this stuff for them. But again, this is for the AI bot that we're going to program to know everything about your business, what you're offering, who you're trying to go to, what problems you're trying to solve, all of that stuff. That way, it knows your business. It's not trying to hallucinate and try to gather some, stuff that your business is not doing. So this is what it will look like. But for now, it will just say like, the save for later, essentially, So then we're going to create a new one, another custom value, and it's going to be our phone number. So in GoHighLevel, you can create a toll-free number or a local number, and that is where we will add that. Or if you go through Twilio or whatever service you want, whatever your company phone number is, that's what you put. So let me just grab my phone number really quickly. So to create a number, just very quickly, you don't have to follow along with this. It got rejected. Above so we're on custom values. If you scroll up a little bit, there will be a phone number tab, and you can create a phone number. So that's the phone number. We're gonna go back to the values. I'm kind of like quick skipping ahead because that create a phone number is towards the end of the tutorial that I'm gonna like kind of give people time to do. So we're gonna scroll down and find the phone number and click the 3 dots or whatever, and then click edit custom value, and then I'm gonna put my phone number. That way the bot and whatever we want will know what phone number we have. And then click update. All right. Does anyone have any questions so far about custom values or anything else that I've showed so far? Hello. Also, hello, Josh. Good to see you.
So far, so good on my end, Joe.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. All right. No one raised their hand. So also, hello, Sasha. So if anyone is hopping in so far, you're kind of in the middle. We're just starting. So far, what we've done is we've made a calendar. And then now we're making custom values. That way we can feed it into a bot, into our automation, into our funnels, all of that stuff. Okay, yeah, go for it, David.
Yeah, for the custom values for the knowledge base,
Yeah.
could you upload a PDF?
Yes, I will. I'll post it in the community.
Okay.
Of like a template.
Yeah. Also, you could have used a PDF document instead of just raw text.
Oh, really?
No, I'm asking.
Oh, no, you cannot. No, you can't upload
But it has to be
folder.
okay.
Yeah, it has to be a giant blob. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, but I will upload a PDF of like the structure or like a template of the company info that you want to apply. Again, this is for the bot that we're gonna program soon. That way, all you have to say is custom values, or like all you have to do is copy this and then paste it in there, and it will say all of this stuff.
I see.
Yeah.
Are you creating a variable?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, right now we're making the custom values. That way we can plug all of that stuff in once we make our form, our calendar, our not calendar, our website, our funnel. our email templates, which we're going to get to very soon. So now we're going to do this is stuff that you may not have predefined already, but I'm going to add it to the tutorial. So we're going to do a qualifying question 1. So a qualifying question is a question that the bot will ask. That way it can be like, hey, is this a person a good fit for you? Or like, is this person a good fit or not? So this will apply to your business. Again, ask ChatGPT what a good qualifying question would be for you. I probably should have made them. I'm gonna make up one on the spot. You can go in and edit like changes after the fact. But how many leads do you have? Or how many leads are you getting? Right? And again, this is kind of fluff for right now. You can go in and change it. Actually, I'll say, are you happy? Sorry, let me go back here. Yeah, that's what, yeah. Okay, sorry. So another example of this would be like, are you happy with how many customers you have? I would just look up or ask ChatGPT or DeepSeek or whatever AI like to help you brainstorm this, but we're gonna make 3 qualifying questions. That way the bot will know. We're not gonna create all of these scenarios in this tutorial, but I kind of just want to put it out there. That way it's already in your bot, or like that way you can go in after the fact and add these in, because I'm not going to make a super complicated automation, which I I should have done previously as a test run, but it's okay. We'll go through it together. So qualifying question 1 is that. So we're going to do 2 more qualifying questions, because we will have a sequence where you can have the bot ask 3 different questions and then book based off of that. But for the automation that we're gonna do, it's just gonna be like, I'll show you, but it'll be a very simple one. And if you again, if this is a little bit too much for whoever's following along in the call or in the recording, just kind of skip along. Just kind of like, you don't need to do this, but I added it to my notes, so we're doing it. What is your monthly revenue from ads? So that would be like another, just, these are questions to kind of like see if they qualify to be a client or not. So we're going to create that one. And then after this qualifying question, I will give everyone time for questions. And then the third one, just again, these are all examples. Feel free to have ChatGPT help you brainstorm whatever question I come up with. It's kind of on the fly right here. So anything that I come up with, ChatGPT will make a better question for you for your particular business. And then do you have the budget on? So the last one that I like to do is like a kind of like that, like it's a funnel, right? Like we're trying to funnel down the people, and like, this is like gonna be the hard one, like the one that will really qualify people or not. like, hey, do you have the raw resources to do it, right? Or do you have the time, the money, the clients, the whatever you want? But this one is like to finally like, push out the people that you don't want to work with and push people in that you want to work with. Okay. Does anyone have any questions? Just to upload or to update the format for everyone, raise your hand at the very bottom, and I will get to your question. But if anyone has any questions, feel free. Okay. No one has any questions. But again, feel free to pop it in the chat or raise your hand, and I will get to you. So far, we have made an appointment link, our company name, our company knowledge, our company phone number, and 3 questions for our bot to ask people. Yeah, go for it, Josh.
Awesome. Yeah. I did have one question, which was I've already built an AI voice receptionist in Vappy that does a lot of this stuff. It qualifies the client, schedules the appointment and stuff. So I'm curious on if an AI voice, first of all, is an AI voice agent what we're building right now? I apologize, I just got here.
Yeah.
And second, if so, what makes it different than Vappy?
So to answer your question, I'm gonna weave it in. But so first off, this is purely just a GoHighLevel tutorial. This is for anyone. This is gonna be uploaded to YouTube. So anyone that tunes in, this is just to use GoHighLevel and like most of its functions, right? Or like most of its features. So this is assuming that people have not touched Vappy. This is assuming that people haven't done that. Now to answer your question, I would personally use Vappy over the GoHighLevel stuff. But like I said previously, this is assuming that you're doing everything from GoHighLevel, right? So I would personally stick with your Vappy assistant because it will be a little bit cleaner, a little bit better. But again, assuming that you only have GoHighLevel as like a tool, as a resource, that's what this tutorial is for. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And for the recording audience, it is a little annoying to pay for like 60 different tools. So
Yeah.
having a sort of all-in-one package like GoHighLevel is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. So I will say, we're not making a technically like a voice agent. This is for a SMS. Well, Instagram, it would be like the platform really. But this is more for a text-based chatbot. That could exist on the website, on again through WhatsApp. I'll say WhatsApp because SMS is a little bit. You can get into some legal issues if you use AI in certain situations. So I'll say WhatsApp. But this is purely for text, right? If you're talking to a chatbot, and not a voice receptionist. GoHighLevel does have all of that, but for this tutorial, we're gonna keep it simple but show a lot of the features. I'm not gonna get into all of the like AI voice receptionist, the chatbot, or like the website chatbot. This is just like a kind of like this tutorial will get you set up to use most of GoHighLevel type of thing. But yeah,
Awesome.
good question. Good question. Because I'm sure there's people that have a similar question. And also, I don't believe GoHighLevel has Vappy API access yet. You probably, I don't know if you could, there's probably a way that you can hook up Vappy to GoHighLevel. I just haven't personally, I don't personally know the knowledge for that, but I'm sure there's a way. If you really wanted to use GoHighLevel and Vappy. All right. So
Just to speak to that, there could be you can embed VAPI 11 Labs and get an embed code and add it to the website or landing page would be a way to get the VAPI into the GoHighLevel. If you don't want to use that SMS text service or the chat bot that they provide in GoHighLevel, you can just put an embed on your landing page or your website. And I built one last night on my landing page in 11 Labs. And it's just literally an embed code. You put it in the header of your website and it'll show up as a chat bot and you can interact with it at the bottom of the page.
okay, so I'll make note of that. Whenever we're making the website.
Some ideas,
Yeah.
so that people who are interested in that.
Yeah.
But the package with GoHighLevel is amazing, and it's really good for people to have all those tools in one-stop shop. That's my love for high level.
Yeah. All right, Sharon.
Just to follow up on what Josh and Dennis were saying. So if you were to do some form of embed code, it would overwrite this or what we're doing now, or we would have to deactivate what we're doing now.
So you would not have to touch anything that we're doing right now. This is just a variable that we can use whenever we want. It's just a box that we can pull apart, call upon whenever we want.
Yeah.
But so I will show you kind of what Dennis and Josh were talking about. More so Dennis, like the embed, once we get to the website building section. So just keep that in mind whenever we're doing the website. And I'll keep a mental note of that as well. Actually, I'll put that in the chat. Yeah, of course. Okay, so now we're going to do our name. I should have done that first, but that's okay. So just if anyone's following along, because I know that we're kind of jumping around, we're just adding custom values right now. We're still in the custom value tab on the left side, custom value. So far we've made an appointment link, our company name, our knowledge base, the phone number, and 3 qualifying questions. So now we're going to add our name because we don't want to type it a million times. So your name. All right. So I'm sure you know how to type your name pretty quickly by now, hopefully. And so boom. So those are all of the custom values that we're going to keep for later on. So now we're going to switch to custom field. So custom fields will pop up for our contacts or whatever we want. Pretty much only our contacts. So we're going to, on the left side of the settings, right above the value, we're going to click custom fields. So now once we're in the custom field, the page will look a little bit different, and that's how you'll know that we're on the custom field. We're going to add a folder if you want for the, yeah. Yeah. So I wouldn't recommend making a folder for this, to be honest. Well, okay, yeah. So I would actually recommend a folder for contact. So add folder and then contact. You know what? Just for the sake of it, screw it. I'll remove it later. So for object type, we're going to do contact and not company, contact. And general info will be for contact. Okay. So then we will make another folder for general info. And again, anyone that's following along in the live call or in the recording, I'm adding a like a nomer or just like a I'm adding a prefix just so that my GoHighLevel doesn't freak out because I already have all of this stuff defined and it won't let me rewrite it or whatever. So just for the sake of my GoHighLevel, I'm adding a prefix essentially. But for you guys following along, just put general info If you really want to, you can add a prefix, but you don't really need to. So now we have a folder for contact. Now we're doing general info. Okay, so now we're going to add another folder for additional info. This is all going to be contact. And again, for people that I know, some people joined like during the call. All I'm doing right now is the prerequisites, or like the before steps. That way, once we're building out our website and all of that, we don't have to like add a calendar, add a custom value, and then go back. Where I'm starting from the bottom up and not like right in the middle, and then having to hop around and do a bunch of things, because not only is that hard to keep track of, but it's hard to keep track of if you're trying to follow along. So I'm kind of doing all of the boring stuff first. That way we have that way it's a little bit more sequential. And then we will make one more folder for GPT or AI, whatever you want to say. I'll do AI. This one, the AI info, is pretty. These are all extra, except for a couple of them. I'm gonna leave or like have room for questions if anyone is lost about making folders or stuff like that. So feel free to raise your hand, and I'll get to them. If not, then I'll move on. Okay. So now that we've made the folder, we're gonna go into each folder and we're gonna add the actual field. Think about it like a custom value, but now it's like a custom field for our contact form. So, I actually don't know if some of these were pre-made or not, because I do have a snapshot from a different GoHighLevel account. So a lot of these I already had, but I'm just gonna define them in case they are not there by default. This is for the contact folder. We're gonna add a field. So all of this may look complicated, but we're pretty much only going to use a single line, pretty much. There's like very, very few scenarios where you want to like add other things, but for the most part, whenever we make a field, we're pretty much just going to stick to single line, which is just like a, one line, put in the information, right? So we're going to do a single line, and this is what it will look like. So first name. So the first name of the client or customer or whatever, I feel like that would already be predefined. But again, in case it's not, then we will define it. I mean, these are custom fields. Here, let me. So everyone that's following along, don't do anything. I'm just kind of looking for, like, I'm gonna see what my contacts look like. So the custom fields, this is what we're adding to the custom fields. However, I'm sure first name is predefined, but pretty much I'm just gonna have everyone, I guess everyone that's following along, if you do want to check, that we are not adding an extra first name or whatever. So you can go to let me. So if you go back, and then on the left side, click contacts or whatever. Oh, no one has a contact. Okay, that's okay. That's okay. So everyone following along, sorry to pull you out. We're gonna go back to settings. So it's at the very, very bottom setting or option. We're gonna click settings. And then we're gonna go back to custom fields. Okay. And then we're gonna go back to our folder. Just kind of like redoing what I just had everyone do. So again, because I have a snapshot of another person's GoHighLevel, there's a lot of stuff that I didn't even have to like input. So I'm kind of assuming that you have to input more than you need to, but if not, you can kind of just like undo whatever we've done or whatever we've done by deleting or whatever the case may be, right? So all of this is undoable. It's not like you're like painting yourself into a corner. So we're gonna go back to the contact field, and we're gonna click just click into it. All right. I'm gonna let anyone ask any questions on how to get back there if you're lost or whatever, because I kind of just like took everyone on a wild goose chase.
Joe,
Yeah.
if I've already had a contact,
Mhm.
do I need to do this part?
No,
Or-
no, yeah. So if you if you already have like first name, because I'm just gonna define like all of this stuff, right? It's more so if it doesn't appear there type of stuff, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, so if it's already there, don't worry about that. Like this is just like in case it's not there, you know?
Okay. Thank you.
Of course, of course. And then David?
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, I clicked on the contact field in the folder,
Mhm.
and it was already populated with other fields.
Okay, can you tell me which ones it had?
Had first name, last name, email, phone, date of birth, contact source, contact type, and number of missed calls. And everything was created on January 14th. So I don't know if that's something I may have done back then.
That's probably whenever you created your GoHighLevel account.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Okay, so email, phone number, date of birth, contact type, and number of missed calls. Okay, cool.
And contact source.
What's that?
And contact source.
Contact source. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Okay.
How about general info?
I don't see that.
If you keep scrolling down.
Yeah, I don't even have to scroll down. Yeah, I don't see that.
Okay, yeah. So that's the custom field. Got you. Thank you, David.
Okay.
That helps me.
Oh,
Appreciate that. Okay. So, I'm gonna let everyone regather. We are at the custom field section, and we are in the contact custom field. Well, the custom field folder, which is contact, because we're gonna add a little bit more to the contact. So we're gonna add a field. Click the green button at the top right corner. We're gonna do a single line. We're gonna click next. And then for the name, we're gonna do your message. Right? In case like there's like some type of like whatever comment that you want, like whatever extra like stuff that you want to add. For the object, it will all be contact because that's what we made it as. Or like, you know, it's the name of the folder. Or I guess all of these objects are gonna be contact. So I'll explain what that means once we make one. And then the group, you would put that for contact. However, again, for the sake of the tutorial, I'm adding like a prefix. So that's the group that I'm adding it for. And for the placeholder, you could put comments or whatever. And then click save. Yeah, message already exists. Please input a different name. Oh. Again, that's just for me. That error was just for me because I'm, I already have all this stuff defined. So the way that this works is, and I should go back to the custom values and explain that as well. So the way that this works, all right. Marsha, if you already left, appreciate you. Okay, so the way that this works, don't worry about remembering it, but just for extra knowledge. So the object is contact, so it's pulling from the contact, and then that is what we just named our custom field. So it's the contact object, and then whatever name that we named it. Again, just extra knowledge. Don't worry about that. That's just like how that comes up with that. Now, we're still in the contact folder. We're gonna add another field, single line for the name. We're gonna do business industry. So let's say you have different niches, or let's say, whatever, like you're a lawyer or a technician, whatever the case may be. Maybe you just want to put hey, they're a plumber, hey, they're a home service, or whatever you want to put. That way, you can go in and you can know what they do. So business. I don't. You don't have to put a placeholder. So again, business industry. It's a contact. Don't worry about messing with the object. All of these will be contact. And then click save. I'll make one more, and then I'll give room for questions. Now this one is kind of important if you're scraping, for example, because that way GoHighLevel can import this as a contact form. I'll get into that later on. Okay, so for single line, again, we're going to name it Instagram. Because Instagram is a good way to, I mean, if you already have Instagram, we can make a AI bot to chat with people on Instagram. So it's a good thing to have people's Instagram, their link saved. However, there's no real spot dedicated for that, so we're making a spot for it. And then save. Okay, anyone have any questions? Go for David.
Yeah, just as the last minute of your conversation with Instagram, could you repeat what you just said?
Yeah. So let me show you what it looks like. And by the way that I'm doing this, I'm right clicking at the top of my browser, and I'm clicking duplicate tab. That way I don't have to click another GoHighLevel.
Okay.
Don't worry about that. That's just a little extra thing. That way I can save my spot but have another GoHighLevel tab. Okay. So for everyone following along with the tutorial on YouTube or whatever, do not worry about this. This is this is just for to show what is possible or whatever. So these are stuff that I've scraped before, and this is like a spreadsheet. And so it comes up with all of this stuff, like all their info. However, this is what I import into GoHighLevel. There's no spot for their Facebook link or their Instagram link. And so GoHighLevel, whenever you import, like if I were to import this data, it would just not know what to do with the Instagram or Facebook link. So we're adding a spot for their Instagram link, if that makes sense.
Okay, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
It will insert another column, an additional column.
yeah, exactly. So yeah. So yep. So if you scroll down, boom,
I see.
Instagram.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking from within Instagram, the application itself. Oh, that's
Yeah,
what
no.
yeah, okay. Makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah. Thank you for that. Thank you for that question.
Okay, no problem. Thanks.
We're gonna also add a Facebook link as well. That way, again, it will pop up as Instagram, or it will pop up as Facebook. That way, you can add their Facebook link. If you use LinkedIn, if you use whatever like service that you like to use for like your main form of like contacting people, like an in-app messenger, like this could be TikTok, or this could be LinkedIn, or this could be X or Twitter, or you can add all of them, right? You can add two more, which is LinkedIn, X, TikTok. They all have messaging capabilities. I'm not going to do that just for this tutorial, but feel free to just repeat everything that I've been doing for those ones. Yeah, go for it, David.
Yeah. When I tried to create the Facebook field,
Mhm.
it was apparently already created.
Oh, okay. So good to know.
Yeah.
So I'll delete that. Okay. So now we are done with the contact folder. So we're going to click the little back arrow next to the name of the folder. And now we're going to do general info. So we're going to click into the general info folder. Also, once we're done with the phase 1, yeah, go for it, David.
Yeah, mine general info already has some fields in there.
Okay, can you tell me which ones they have?
Business name,
Okay.
street address,
Okay.
city, country, state, postal code, website, and time zone.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
So we'll only add one. Go for it, Sharon.
No, I'm not seeing anything in general info. No.
Oh, okay. So I'll kind of do best of both worlds, and I'll just show it anyways. Okay.
Thank you.
Of course.
Sorry about that, Sharon.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
No,
Again,
that's fine. That's fine.
yeah. So again, this is gonna be for everyone, right? So even people who are following along, they might be in Sharon's shoes, and they might be in David's shoes. So again, this is for everyone. So I'm gonna, go through it. No problem. I appreciate both of you. Okay, so, but it's gonna look exactly the same, but in a different folder. So everything that we've been doing, we're just gonna repeat that process again, right? So we're gonna add a new field, but we're in a different folder, but the same process for all of it. So we're gonna add a field, single line, and then give it a name. So we're gonna do business name, right? So the name of the company that we're trying to contact. And again, the object will not change. And we're going to click save. And that way, again, so the contact, think about this as like different folders, right? So folder 1 that we had, the contacts, which actually it will show up down here. Yeah, so that's what we're making. But yeah. Ooh, that might. No. Okay, I think it's fine. Okay, so, yeah. So, let me go back. Let me get my bearings. We're gonna go back to the folder, and then we're gonna go to general info. Oops, that's the actual one that, that I have. Folders and then general info. Okay. Again, I know this is kind of all over the place, but this is kind of like a long tutorial. We're only on phase 1. We have 3 phases. I will give like a little intermission, because I, we're an hour and a half into this, and like we're only on phase 1. Again, all of this will be recorded, and I will upload this to YouTube. So if you have to hop out, if you have to hop back in, whatever you missed, it will be on YouTube, right? So don't worry about being here for the entire call, and don't even worry about being here mentally for the entire call. Like if something gets a little bit overwhelming, feel free to just step back and just watch, right? Because then you can go back on YouTube and follow the steps, and then anyone that's in the live call or in the AI community, you can just message me and I'll help you out. For anyone following along, just comment down below, and I'll try to help out. Okay, so for general info, business name.
And Joe, don't forget to please like and subscribe.
Yeah, please like and subscribe, and comment, because that does help as well. Thank you, David. All right, so now again, all of this is going to look exactly the same. We're just going to name everything slightly different, right? So everything is going to be a single line, and everything's going to be a contact object. So I'm going to go through this one kind of quickly because it's just repeating the same process. So it's going to be a street address. And save. Oh, cannoli. Hold on. Just to make sure. Okay. Next one will be city. Next one will be country. If you're only doing domestic, don't worry about that. But again, just to help everyone out, I'm gonna add this for the sake of it. So whatever country they're in. Next one will be state. Now, if you don't want to add all of these extra things, just having the street address, I mean, that will say the country and the state. So don't worry, and the postal code, by just like virtue of the address, right? So don't worry about this. I'm just adding this for extra, in case anyone would need it and wants to know how to do it. So we're adding the state. Next one will be postal code. So like the zip code as well. I prefer to say zip code. But I understand that postal is like the more commonly used one. Next one is, okay, this one is kind of important. The website, right? So if you have a client and you want to know what their website link is, this is where you put that. We're almost done. Time zone. if you're too lazy to like look back and like try to calculate or whatever, like, oh, what time zone are they in based off of that address, you could just fill it out, you know. So time zone will be the next one. Next one will be single line. Well, sorry. Next one will be additional notes. Okay. And that will be all for general info. Does anyone have any questions? Okay. Next folder that we're going to go to. So again, click the little back arrow at the top next to the name of the folder. And now we're going to do additional info. Oh, go for it, David.
Yeah. I just realized that was a quick. Could you go back to your settings for general info?
Yes, yes, yeah.
Okay. The type column, all yours says text. Mine just says standard field.
For
Yeah.
single,
If you close out of there, click X.
Mhm.
You see the field names, you have CCJ business name. The next
Mhm.
column says the type is text,
yes.
right? Mine says standard field. Would that be okay? I didn't do anything, but
Yeah, it might just be different, like a different name for it, to be honest. It should be fine.
yeah, okay. I just
Okay,
noticed.
good notes, because maybe people have the same thing. Yeah, because if you're just doing, I mean, I'm not. You're saying I'm not really like editing anything either.
Yeah.
Let's see, additional. No.
The
Yeah.
only the only
yeah.
one I created was the last one, additional notes,
Mhm.
and the type was text.
Mm.
Yeah.
So yeah, don't worry about that. I don't think it matters that much, but good note to have. Actually, let me check to see. Oh, okay. So, that might be like GoHighLevel, like kind of differentiating, or like it automatically knows like what is like standard and like what is not. But because I already have all this defined, it's like it's not gonna overwrite the standard text. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm
And
making like a second version of it, so it's like, oh well, that's the text. You
And
know?
it's interesting also, your created on is on the 16th, mine is on the 14th of January.
Yeah. So again, this is whenever I created my GoHighLevel account.
Oh, mine is 2 days before. Okay.
Yeah, that's crazy, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, again, the main thing that matters is the object type.
Okay, I see. Okay.
Yeah. But thank you for that. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
So we're gonna go into additional info for the next folder. So again, we made a contact folder, we made a general info folder, then we made an additional info folder, and we made an AI info folder. So now we're gonna go into additional info folder. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, and just so you know, I have some fields that was already populated,
Okay.
pre-populated. The fields I have are services needed, number of location, password, number of locations, plural, select service, username, and payment.
Okay.
Right, and the services needed, the type was checkbox. Number of location, the type was multiple options. Password, the type is text. Number of locations, the type is monetary. Select service, the type is single options. Username, the type is text. Payment, the type is monetary.
Okay. So in my notes, I actually don't have anything for this for additional info. But thank you for that. Thank you. Yeah. A lot of
So
go for
send
it.
you a screenshot. Should I send you a screenshot or not? I could do
No,
that.
no, no. I wrote them down.
Okay, okay.
But and anyone that's following along, I mean, they probably have those fields as well.
Yeah.
So the only one that I've personally added is applicable, because that is based off of the off of the off of this, because I have like an applicable field, because I have like a yes or kind of, like if they apply, or if they kind of apply.
Nice.
So that is kind of, again, that's optional. That is for just like the contact import, which I won't be covering in this tutorial because that's kind of like a after the fact.
Yeah.
But again, this is optional, so don't worry about that too much because now we're just like in like the additional info, right? So, but yeah, so yeah, I actually don't have any. Well, okay, I'll add the applicable, just for fun. So single line. Or you could do like qualify or whatever. I'll do applicable and save. Okay, now we're going to go back to our folders and we're going to do our last folder, which is AI info. And this one will be, we're not going to use any of this, but just in case you need it, single line, it will be GPT assistant response. Again, contact type or object rather. Single line, AI opening response. And that's it. Okay, we're damn, okay. We still have, okay. So now I'm gonna give everyone a little breather, a little mental breather. And does anyone have any questions or anything so far? Okay. So again, for anyone that's like popping in, raise your hand if you have a question. I'll give a couple seconds. If not, I'll move on. So also hello, Henry. All right, so again, all we're doing right now is like the boring work, the pre-work, because you don't want to have to be going back and forth like while we're making a website to go back in, add a custom field, go back to the website, you know, while we're making an email, go back, make a custom field, you know, all of this stuff we're doing it more sequentially. So with that being said, we're still in the settings option, right? So we're going to go down to tags. So this will be, that way we can quickly add a tag to our client or like our contact. That way we can add like a bot trigger to it, or just for us to visually know. Like if they were a no-show, if they're a warm lead, a cold lead, whatever the case may be, I'm going to give a couple tags. So, oh boy, I already have a bunch of them predefined. But again, we're going to go through the list. This one is very, very simple. It's literally just add a text to it. So, new tag, top right corner. We're gonna make it called appointment. Okay. So I might go a little bit quickly. I'm gonna try to give people time to like type everything out before I go on. That way, I'm not like 2 or 3 tags ahead of everyone. I'm gonna say what the tag is called. I'll say it again, and then I'll give like 5-10 seconds, and then we'll move on. So the next one will be appointment scheduled. Appointment scheduled. Oh, wait. Next one will be booked call. So if they booked a call, so booked call. Actually, here, just for everyone that is in the group or in the call right now, these are all of the tags. In case I'm going ahead of everyone or anyone, you can just refer back to those. Next one will be called, right? That way you know if you've called them before. Called. Next one will be cold lead. Cold lead. That way you know if it's a cold or warm lead, which we're going to add a warm one next. But it'll be a cold lead. Next one will be customer. Customer. That way you know if it's a customer for your client that you have. That way you know if it's your client or your customer. We can add like a client tag, but I mean, just if it's not marked as a customer, you know it's a client. You know, like you only have 2 options. So, but if you wanted to add a client tag, feel free to. So that is customer tag. Next is database reactivation, because that's what GoHighLevel can do. I know I said that that this is based off of a webinar, but again, just kind of for anyone that would want to do a database reactivation bot, you can add a trigger for database reactivation. If you add this tag to them, then you can have a trigger pop off based off of you adding a tag to that person. So database reactivation, that one is purely optional. Like that is based like off of your particular use case. Next one is follow up. Follow up. So if you need to like follow up off of like, you know, appointment booked or whatever, just, you know, very quickly, just follow up. Next one is you can name this one of two things: webinar or free course, or well, free course or free webinar, whatever you're doing. I'll do free webinar. So free webinar. That way you know if they're the people who applied for your free one or people who applied for your paid one. Okay. Next one. Hold on. Needing or needs to be onboarded. Needs to be onboarded. Or this one is optional. It's based off of like your personal use case. So don't feel like you need to do this. If some of these don't apply to you, don't worry about that. Again, you can create a whole automation based off of that one trigger. So I'm showing you to add the tag for it. Okay. The next two will be based off of the onboarding process. So again, if this does not apply to you, don't worry about that. Next one will be onboarding form signed. Onboarding form signed. Or sorry, filled. Onboarding form filled. That way, if you did, because you had the need to be onboarded, and then that way you know if they're on to the next step. So onboarding form filled. Next one. Onboarding started. Onboarding started. Okay. Next one. This one is pretty important. No show. No show. So again, if they don't show up, if whatever, you mark them as no show, and from that you can make a whole automation that like sends them an email, it sends them a payment, whatever. You can make a whole automation off of that one trigger or tag. So no show. Next one will be stop bot. And then for whatever platform, WhatsApp, right? Instagram, Facebook, right? Whatever bot or whatever platform you have a bot on, you can put like that tag on that contact. That way the bot no longer messes with them. I'll do WhatsApp. So stop a bot WhatsApp. Or you can just do a stop a bot one, whatever your use case will be. And then last one will be webinar sign up. Webinar sign up. Okay. So now, believe it or not, we are at the end of the first phase. Finally. Okay, so that was all in phase one. of the tutorial. So now we are moving on to phase 2, which will include the more fun parts, right? The parts that will actually like be useful. Not useful, but all the like more engaging parts. Okay, so now let's follow along. So we're gonna click the go back. That way it takes us back to our main GoHighLevel page, right? We're gonna get out of the settings. And now we are going to set up the sales pipeline really quickly. So we're gonna go to opportunities. And then we're gonna click pipelines at the very top. Mm. Cool. Okay, so actually, sorry, because I did not prepare for this one. Paid form. Okay, I'm just gonna do the webinar. Okay, so for the sales pipeline, again, we're gonna assume that this is a webinar. So I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show on screen the webinar pipeline that I have from my snapshot. We're gonna recreate that because it's very simple, and then I'm going to show a sales pipeline which I have from my snapshot, and then we're gonna recreate that as well. Okay, so we're gonna create a copy of my webinar funnel that I have. So we're gonna click the create new pipeline button, the green button at the top. We're gonna create a new plugin pipeline. Again, everything that I'm doing for the tutorial is gonna be CCJ. Don't worry about that. So it's gonna be webinar. And the stage that we're going to do is we're going to do form submitted. If this is the free, or if you're doing a free webinar, that's all you have to do. If there's a like a paid version, or like a paid one, you would make a second one and then add payments or whatever. But just to keep it simple, to kind of go off of the one I already have, form submitted. For the stage name, form submitted. And then save. And then we're going to make a second one just for the sake of the tutorial. I'm going to make this second one, but feel free, whatever goes on for your sales pipeline, follow that process. Again, you can ask ChatGPT, Claude, DeepSeek to help you out with like this process. This is all personal to your business and what you're doing. So, just for the sake of showing another example, we're going to do lead as the first stage. Then we're going to click the add stage. Then we're going to do called once. Also, the name of it will be sales pipeline. Called twice. Or you can do contacted. I'll do contacted because maybe you don't want to have a bot call, or you don't want to call, you know? And then contacted Bryce. And then they will be a customer, hopefully. Add another stage. Scheduled. And then these are like if they don't fall within this or whatever, If you've called a couple times and they no-showed, you can add that to that step, and then follow up if they did. If you've scheduled a call, and then here's a follow-up from that initial call, right? So the stages will be lead, call, or contacted once, twice, 3 times, customer, scheduled, no-show, and follow-up. And then click save. So now, the fun one. I actually like this part. So now we're going to go to sites on the left side. We're going to start with the sites tab. And then at the very top, we're going to go to forms. And then we're going to click builder, or you can just click the form thing, but click builder. I'm going to make a folder. You don't have to, but feel free to if you want. I'm going to name it Curious Core Joe, just for the sake of the tutorial. And then we're going to add form. Or click the button in the center. So we're going to add our first form. So this is the form that we're going to have on our website. So whatever form that we want to embed in our website, essentially, this is what they will look at. Oh yeah, go for it. Go for it.
I think I must have pressed the wrong thing. I'm seeing templates when I press add form.
Yeah. So, really quickly, because I saw that yesterday. Yeah. So, do start from scratch.
Okay.
Yeah, perfect.
Thank
Thank you. Just really quickly, if you do want to use a template, that is perfectly fine. There's just a lot of fluff to them, and we just want like a very basic one that we could put on our website and our funnel page. But again, feel free to use these templates if you want to really make it look, add some pizzazz to it. Feel free to. But for the sake of the tutorial, we're going to do start from scratch. So again, this is what we will see. I gotta delete the other ones because I have I have 2 other ones exactly like this. Anyways, so if the name is like kind of buggy, because like mine is like that, just delete the E and then put a new E. We'll go high level quirk. Okay, so the way that this works is you will click on the part that you want, and then you can edit that part. This will be optional. This is how, if you want to do it like this, but so if you want to have like first name, last name be on the same line, you would do for the width, the field width at the very bottom, you would do 50%. I would make the whatever field that you want required. That way they can't like get away from it. Why is it not? It should. Okay, if GoHighLevel wants to be weird like it is for me, don't worry about that. It's not that big of a deal to have them side by side. And also, realistically, you want as little information as you can get. I will keep the first name, phone, and email. I'll do a first name and email. And all of this you can edit. I'm gonna for the tutorial. I'm going to keep it as is because all of this will be very specific to what you put. Again, have AI help you out. I would remove the very last one at least if you took away the phone number, because that only applies if you're applying with a phone number or like have a phone number on this form. By the way, I would name the form lead form. And then I would make email required as well. You can click validate email. That way people can't use like spam emails or whatever the case may be. I would recommend it just because like it is like another layer of protection for yourself. And then policy privacy. Yeah, go for it.
Sorry, I missed. How did he put the verify email on the?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Perfect. Yeah. Sorry. So at whenever you click on the email box or whatever, it's the very bottom option. There should be a checkbox for it.
Oh, I see. Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Thank you. Yeah, of course. So I really want this to work though. Why don't you want to work? Okay, it doesn't matter. That's me being picky. Okay. So now, again, I'm gonna keep this the same, just for now, because like I don't know how you personally want to do it. And then for the policy privacy stuff, keep this like this, but for the link, you would add like I actually forgot how I did this before. Yeah, you can remove this for now, or look into it again. I'm not perfect with GoHighLevel. I've done it before. I just don't remember how I did it, and I don't want to spend too much time trying to look for how to do it. But there's there's definitely a way to do it.
I think Jonathan, there was a privacy policy generator.
Yes, but there's like I'm saying like because there's a way to link up
I
because
think it's the three dots. The three dots. If you click on the three dots in that box.
Oh, the hyperlink, yeah.
Yeah. But because you can make the page for it in GoHighLevel. But I forgot how to do like where I made that link. You know what I'm saying? So this will link to a website page, but I forgot where in GoHighLevel I made that website page.
Okay, got you.
Yeah. So just to clarify for everyone. So I'm going to save for now. But I know there's a way to just like make it in GoHighLevel without having to go through the website. Well, maybe it is on the website form or part. Just in case, I will show that. I will go back and show that just in case. So with all of that being said, so just to recap, first name, email, and then whatever you want your these terms and conditions to be. If you click on the button, you're able to change what the button says, the background, and really fine tune what it has. I'm not going to do that. That will be all for for later I have to go this way. Later classes, or just do it yourself. There's other tutorials, but I'm just trying to show like the main concepts, right? So once you have that, click save. Okay, so if you want more options or whatever, click the styles and options, and you'll get even more options right here. And then click advanced settings, and you'll get even more. Okay, so that is for the form. Save. Now, just in case you have like a custom field that you want, I'm going to show how to do one of them. But for everyone following along, don't like in the call, don't worry about doing this. No. But I'm going to show something that does matter if you're doing like extra stuff. So this is almost like a custom value. So let's say you have like customer right, whatever the case may be, maybe like customer height. So if you look at the custom field name and the unique key, those two things matter a lot. So for example, if you want to call upon or use the same exact form thing or whatever, you would, so the field name is called this. In the custom field on the left side, you would find it through here. So for example, these are custom fields that we made in the custom field area. But as well as do height. Oh. Okay, maybe because we didn't save it, but there we go. So then we can have this there again as well, or in like another form. But you have to make sure that you do not that you like, let's say you like mess up or whatever and you want to make it like a second one, it will give you an error, because if you make another one, right, so single field or single line, and then we do customer height. So on the advanced settings, if you click that open, GoHighLevel will freak out and be like, hey, you already have that. And you'll be like, why? I didn't save it. GoHighLevel saved it. So what you can do for that is like name it like one or customer height, blah 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 blah, whatever you want. But you have to give it a unique name. That took me so long to figure out. So that's for unique key. Because otherwise, it's, if you have a duplicate name, GoHighLevel will freak out. So that's like just to remember for whatever you're doing. I created a form 3 times, and I created a bunch of custom fields a bunch of times, like 4 times, and I had a really hard time until I figured this part out. So don't worry about that. That is extra. Everyone that's following along, just have your form look like this and like, maybe edit what this looks like. And obviously like color the button, which will be right here. So we're gonna save. So now we have a form. We need another one. No. So we made a form, and all of just to kind of give you some context, whatever name that people put for here, GoHighLevel will save that, and that is what we plug in to all of our like next stuff, like their email, SMS. We're gonna make a template right now, actually. Okay, any questions so far?
So far, so good.
Okay, thank you, David. Okay, so we should have a lead form. Now, again, you can make as many forms as you want, and now they made from template. Well, not now. There's a different stuff of it, or they added new stuff to other things. But again, let's say you're like a coach or whatever, or like a gym. You'll have to add a bunch of stuff that's specific to you. Again, comment down below the timestamp, and then give your question, and I'll be able to help out. Okay, so now we are going to make an email template. I'm scratch that. So now we're gonna build a funnel just to keep it within context, just to keep it on the same tab. So we're on the site tab, and we're gonna go to funnels, and we're gonna make the fun part. This is the fun part for me, at least. So I already have like Curious Core demo or Curious Core Joe stuff. This is for like my YouTube projects and stuff like that. So we're going to create a new funnel, and we're going to do it from a template. So click from template. If you feel like you're a pro, not even a pro, but if you feel confident, do from blank. But for the sake of brevity and for the sake of following along, and that way you can like replicate this on your own while following along, do from template, and the template is hold on. Okay. So if it's not this first one, it will be called elementary start funnel. So you could type in elementary start. No, okay. It's called elementary start funnel. Does everyone have this one in the call? Yeah? Okay, cool.
Yes, yeah, yep.
Okay, cool. So the reason why I'm using this, A, it's simple, and B, it has form integration in it. I have it favorited, so I would recommend favoriting it. And we will click continue. So just for reference, there are a bunch of funnels like ClickFunnels. This could be a whole course, a whole webinar, a whole shebang just for this. So again, I'm not going to get super deep into it. I will in further videos. But for the sake of this tutorial, we're just going to use a template and go from there, right? So, I'm going to keep it simple. We're not going to edit things for the most part, because that is what you have to do on your end, right? Like, I'm showing you how to establish things, but I'm not showing you how to fine tune everything, because we'll be here for a lot longer. So again, I will have tutorials about all of this stuff, how to use the editor and all of that. But I'm just trying to establish a funnel. That way you have a funnel. So the form integration we're going to implement. So at the very top of the sales page, click it. And we're going to go to the next page, the lead generation. And we will click, if you're happy with that right there, that's pretty much what we have. If
Joe,
yeah,
I'm lost there.
okay.
Yeah. Could you go back one?
Yeah.
Oh, I see it.
Yes, yeah. So yeah,
Oh,
for following
step-
along, sorry. So if you click the sorry. If you click the center, it will bring up the pages, and then on the left side, I'm going to page 2 essentially.
Okay.
So, so once you hover over this, and it says the form at the bottom, click it. And again, if you're happy with like what this form has, feel free to not touch it. But because we've just made a custom form, on the right side, we're going to click the drop down menu, and our form should be there. So boom, the form that we just made, boom, it's right there. I know it looks ugly for the tutorial, but again, you'll want to fine tune everything. I'm just showing you the steps on how to establish everything. Appreciate that, Sharon. So then I will click save. It will bring up like the SEO and all of that. Again, that will be all stuff that you have to do on your own. I will have further tutorials about this, but for this, like again, for this masterclass that I'm running live, I'm not going to get into all of that. And feel free to, like again, this will all be what you have to do on your own to like fine tune what you do like, what you don't like. Like if you don't want this step or whatever, that you will have to do on your own. So I kind of did that quickly. On the top left hand corner, click back. And now you have a sales funnel. Granted, it's like pretty basic. It's kind of like if you've ever done like character creation in a video game. I'm just doing the preset build. I'm not like, making the cheekbones different. I'm not adding like the aging of the skin. I'm thinking about Sims, right? A Sims builder. I'm not like changing the lip width or whatever. That is all stuff that you personally have to do. One thing that I will say though, if you look at this like center bar right here, go to settings. Make sure that you're happy with the name. Sales funnel. I'll do webinar. I will show how to connect your domain somewhat at the very end, because that will take forever. But at the very end, I'll kind of go over how to connect your domain. I can make a whole separate video about all of that. But if you do have your domain connected, boom, you connect your domain. But I'm not going to. And then the path, I would make it something very simple. So like webinar, just like webinar, right? So it'll be your website name slash and then webinar. Or you do like whatever you want, but you want to keep it very, very simple. That way Google is not like, what the hell is this, right? Like what are you giving me? You can add a bunch of stuff. I would highly recommend the optimized JavaScript because that will improve page time and performance, which will up your overall like SEO or like ranking as far as a website. So once you have all of that, click enable. Okay. So now we have a funnel. Again, I'm going to stress this a lot, but you're going to have to go in and make it how you want it. I'm just showing you like the layout or like how to establish things. So now we're going to make ourselves a website page. So at the very top, we're going to go to website. I already made a folder. You don't have to make a folder, but I made a folder. You know, it's up to you if you want to make a folder. And then we're going to click the new website button, or if you don't have one, in the button in the center. And we're going to do from template. And then the template is called career. Okay, yeah. The career coach pop-up offer. Career coach pop-up offer. So the reason why I have this one, A, it looks nice, and B, it has the form integration and calendar integration, which is very important. Because guess what? We already made a form, we already made a calendar. So once you find it, career pop-up or career coach pop-up offer, continue. Also, any questions so far? Well,
Everything's good. Yep.
thank you. Um, okay, so I closed out of my browser. So now you should have all of these pages. You don't have to use all, or not all of them are going to be used, but it's good to have, right? Again, I could make a whole another 2-hour session on just how to build all this stuff, which I do intend on doing. But for now, we're going to edit. Yeah, I think it pops you into the editor. So much like the form or the funnel editor, we're going to click at the top and we're going to go to the pages. Also, by the way, if you look on the left side, clicking pages does the same exact thing. And we're going to do schedule a call. So the 1, 2, 3, 4, fourth page. So see how it says you do not have a calendar yet? We are just going to click the count, like that part that says you don't have one. And we're going to import the calendar that we made. Boom. And just because I don't like the way that this looks, if you hover over, this is the whole section. It's a section right there. Click the delete or the trash can. And just because I don't like the way that looks, I'm gonna delete that as well. So boom. Now you have your calendar imported. Technically, and don't worry about this if you're following along. So duplicate tab. If you want to like have like a better option or like the best option, what you want to do is go to calendars, calendar settings. And then for the calendar, click the 3 dots, click share, and then the embed code. And then copy this, or click the copy button. Go back to your like website editor. And instead of having it like that bar that we clicked, we're going to delete. And we're going to hover over where it says sub headline. So pretty much we're going to add an element right below it, right below that thing that says schedule a call. So make sure that the sub headline box is highlighted. We're going to click the plus, and then we're going to scroll down to where it says code. So we're going to scroll down and where it says code. We're going to click that. And then on the right side of the screen, where it says open code editor, we're going to click that and then paste our code. We're going to save. And then, yeah, we can preview, but this is how it will look. Okay. Any questions so far? I know I kind of skipped around. Any questions?
I just want to finish the calendar bit. I'm nearly done.
Yeah. Take your time. Take your time. Just for the audience, just to fill in dead air, because I'm a former streamer, so I feel like I need to fill in dead air, even though I can edit out the dead air. All of this stuff is where you would like input based off of other like custom values or whatever you want. But also make sure that you always, and this is a principle for all of web design and not web development, design, because you're designing a web page. Always click the mobile view. Check what it looks like on the phone, because it will look differently on the phone, right? So everything that you do, custom or not custom, always look at what the phone looks like, because most people are on their phones most of the time, you know? So you want to make sure that it looks good on what most people are going to view it on. Go for it, David.
Joe, this might be a very basic question.
Go for
What's
it.
the difference between a funnel and the website? Why would I create a funnel or the website? But they both look the same to me.
Yes, yeah, they do look the same, right?
Yeah.
So a funnel, a funnel is like I don't know the actual like technical answer to that, like the hyper like. Well, let me ask AI just because I've never asked it before, but my crude definition of it is like a website is like a full-blown traditional domain hosted website Whereas a funnel is more of like a temporary, not temporary. It's more of like a mock website, or like a, it's not actually a whole blown website. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But let me ask AI the actual answer, because people are saying that websites are dead and that you
Yeah.
should only make funnels.
Yeah. Funnels may be more temporary, and the website more permanent, real estate, and in the digital domain. Maybe that's what I'm thinking. So funnel maybe just for a sales campaign, let's say.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm thinking. Okay.
And like I said at the beginning of the tutorial, and like I've said once before already, I'm not a master, right? I'm not a master at GoHighLevel. I know enough to help people.
Mm.
Yeah, so pretty much, yeah, like a funnel is pretty much just for marketing and sales, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, Joe.
Yeah.
Something's not working. I pressed the sub headline, but I'm not seeing the menu that you saw.
So if you don't, at the very top hand corner, click Add Elements.
Okay.
And then you'll be able to scroll down and then add the code, or like have the code.
Got
Right.
you.
And then you can drag it into where you want. And make sure that the blue bar is below the schedule a call.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yay. Awesome.
Good job. Good job. Good job. Okay. So again, just to reiterate, all of this is going to look bad. It's a template. I'm not showing you how to fine tune the template. That you will have to do on your own. Again, I will make further videos. But again, just because that we're in a live call, a live session, I'm not going to take 2 hours on just fine tuning a website and a funnel, right? Okay, so are both of you good on that step?
I'm good.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Perfect. Good job. Good job. So just like how we did with the funnels, we're going to go to the settings part. And we're going to name it what we want. We'll do website. Connector domain if you already have it connected, which I haven't shown you guys, but let's say you do, then click connect it. Now, this one, I would do home or whatever you want, but like, you don't want like the long URL that will pop up. I would just do home, because that will be like the base, like it'll be your URL and then /home. And I will show you how to just like have it as a slash. And then again, optimize JavaScript. If there's no credit card portion or whatever, don't worry about that. I'm gonna turn it off because that's where your sales funnel is for, to process all the payments and all that, or like to get payments. So once you have those turned off, I'm gonna click save. Okay. So now you have a funnel, a website, and now oh boy. Now we're gonna get into the automation part. And then that will be the end of phase 2. So now we're gonna go to the left side. Also, Sharon, you're unmuted. That's okay. I just want to make sure that you know that. But again, feel free to stay unmuted. But
Thank
yeah.
you.
Yeah, you're okay. You're okay. You're okay. So on the left side above sites, we're going to go to automation. Oh, actually, sorry. We're going to go to marketing first. So we're going to go to the marketing tab. And we're going to make templates for the automation that we're going to set up. So we're going to have a confirmation automation. I could show a bunch of other automations. That'll be for another video, another lesson or whatever. But for this tutorial, we're just going to do a confirmation for, people that submitted the form to that funnel that we just made, right? Like the form that we made. We're going to have automation for whenever they submit the form, right? So we're going to go to the emails at the very top. And then I just click it, to be honest. Or I'm sorry, we're going to click snippet. So snippets. And I'm going to make a folder just because you know how I am for this tutorial. Okay, so everyone in the call now. Oh. Well, yeah, okay, sorry. Now everyone in the call, click on the Google Doc. So that Google Doc has the template or the templates that we're going to copy and paste. Again, this is a template, so you'll want to fine tune or even go into GoHighLevel, or not GoHighLevel. Ask GPT or DeepSeek or whatever. I could probably post. Well, actually, no, I can't post. So yeah, anyone that is following along, I'm sorry, this part you'll probably not be able to do, unless you like want to copy and paste everything. I would just go to whatever language model you like to use and say, help me make a template for a confirmation email, a 24-hour before email, a 24-hour before SMS, a 1-hour SMS, a 5-minute before SMS. And then I said like use custom values, and I defined the ones that we just made in phase 1. And then it gave me email templates. However, these are for nurturing, which I was originally going to do, but it's a little bit complicated. And I'm just going to show like a basic automation. Again, I could make a whole series of videos going over all of this, but again, for this tutorial, we'll just do a confirmation automation. So everyone that is able to access the Google Doc, it is in the chat. So what I want everyone to do is copy. Here, I'll show it. Is copy from the subject all the way. Yeah, I need to add the break. So yeah, everyone in the call, I want them to copy from subject all the way down to the line break or the horizontal line. So what we'll do is now that we have it copied, we're going to add snippet. We're going to do an email snippet. What I like to do personally is paste it and then grab the subject and copy the subject and remove the quotes. This is called a confirmation email. Okay. So now we will save it. Okay, does anyone have any questions on that first one?
Could you redo it again, Joe?
Yeah. So basically, are you in the Google Doc?
Yes.
Okay. So Sharon, you might want to hop into the Google Doc. It's the link in the chat. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna copy. Copy where it says confirmation email,
Uh-huh.
and then highlight everything up until the line at the
Wait,
bottom.
mine says confirmation and excitement.
Where?
Oh, my Google Doc. That's what it says. That's the same one that's in the chat, right?
Yeah. Oh, scroll up to the very top.
I'm all the way up to the top.
Here, let me make a new one then.
Okay.
Because
I'm
yeah, go for it.
I'm seeing yours. I'm
Okay,
seeing
so
confirmation email. Yeah.
refresh the page, David.
Refresh the page. Oh no, I made a copy, so it wouldn't say. Okay.
Oh, okay, then that's why. Yeah, because I added to it.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Got you. There you go. Perfect. There you are. Okay, so we're gonna copy from the confirmation email all the way to the line break.
I was like, oh my, oh you highlighting. Oh, that's why.
Yeah. So go for it.
Okay. Copy from confirmation down to here.
Yeah, down to the bottom of the where the
Copy
line
name.
is.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
copy.
Copy that. Control C.
Mm-hmm.
Go back to no, not there.
Yeah,
Right.
go back to GoHighLevel.
Right.
And then for the email,
Snippet, right?
Yeah.
Snippet. I'll delete this. I did edit. Control V.
yeah. So I control V into the body,
Yeah.
and then I post the name in the name, and then I post the subject as well.
Oh, I didn't do that. Okay.
Yeah. So just to follow along again. Oops.
Huh, I don't see a subject. Oh, there it is.
Yeah. Second line. So for the confirmation email, Control X to cut, and then I will put it at the top for the name, and then for the subject, I
Oh,
will.
that's subject. I see a snippet's body, but not a subject. Edit email snippet. Mine says edit text snippet. That's not. I must have done something wrong.
It might be a different name convention.
The add snippet, add email snippet. Oh, I did add text snippet.
Oh, okay, yeah. Edit, yeah, email snippet. Yeah.
Yeah, boy. Confirmation email.
And are you good on your end, Sharon?
Yes.
All right,
Thank you.
perfect. Of course.
And you copy the first line as a subject.
Yes.
Okay.
Or as the name, and then the subject is the subject.
Okay, good. All right.
Yes.
I'm there with you now. Thank you.
Perfect. Good job. Good job. Okay. So now we have the confirmation email. So we're going to save. And if you want, you could send a test email if you're following along on YouTube or whatever. Feel free to type in your email or a email and then send a test to yourself. We're not going to do that. We're going to click save. So now we're going to click add snippet again. And we're going to add an email snippet again. And then we're going to copy the second one. So where it says 24-hour before email reminder, we're going to go all the way down to the break or to the line. And then we're going to paste it into the body. Get the subject. Get the name. Clean it up. Okay, so really quickly for everyone, I made a boo-boo. So where it says like bracket time, I'm gonna put it in the Google Doc as well. You can recopy it if you want, but it should be appointment time, like how it says right there. I'm not gonna underline it, but where I'm highlighted on the Google Doc, just copy and paste that into where it says bracket time, because you don't want to have to manually type the time of the appointment. The appointment time is based off of whatever time that they put in the calendar, whenever they fill it out. And while everyone is doing that, where it says webinar topic, you can make that into a custom value. That way, everywhere where it says webinar topic in brackets, it would automatically update that on the fly. That way, you don't have to like edit this yourself. But yeah, just make sure to add the appointment time dynamic value. Actually, well, that's yeah. Okay. That might not work. Whatever. Okay, so is everyone good on the second one?
One moment.
Sorry, Sharon, if I cut you off.
No, you're good, David. Oops.
Thanks, done. No, that was fine, David. Thanks, Joe.
Of course, of course. Okay. So now we're going to do a 24-hour before SMS. So now, David, we're going to add the text snippet. So again, the very first line, 24-hour SMS, and then the message. I don't. Okay, it is. So the text should say their name, the appointment link, and then your phone number. Oh, and then I apologize. Add the. Feel free to recopy this. But where it says appointment time, or like in bracket time, add the appointment time again, or just feel free to recopy what it says. Or like I just updated it for everyone, so feel free to add that as well. And then click save once everyone's done. Look, it didn't. It did. Okay. I'm going to assume everyone is good on that one. Then we're going to do a 1 hour before SMS. Oh, and this doesn't look right. And then for the webinar date, you're going to want to replace it with what I just put. Oops. So I know I'm kind of editing this on the fly. That's on me because for not fully prepping this correctly. But again, feel free if any of you have problems to DM me afterwards. So again, we're going to do the 1 hour before SMS. We're going to copy it, add it as a text snippet. So it should have the date, the time, and then the appointment link. And then save it once you're done. Is anyone stuck?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
Of course. David, are you good?
Yeah, I'm good. I just don't see my the email and text in the
Oh,
correct
refresh.
refresh. Okay.
And then Sharon, since you're ready, we're gonna do the last one, which is 5 minutes before SMS. So we're gonna add a snippet, we're gonna add a text snippet, and then paste it into the body like we have. Copy the first line, make that the name, get rid of the message. Boom, boom. And then we're gonna save. Oops. Keep forgetting to add the CCJ. Okay. So
This is five, right, Joe?
yes, yeah, the 5 minute, yeah.
Okay.
So the logic behind that is statistically speaking, most people are more likely to attend if they get a SMS on their phone, or some type of notification on their phone, because not a lot of people are going to be like stalking their email, but if they get a message, they're like, oh, okay, sure, on their phone. So that's the logic behind that. Okay, so at this point, you should have a confirmation email, a 24-hour before email and text, then a 1 hour before text, and a 5 minute before text. Does everyone have that?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Got you. Okay, now we're gonna go to the fun part. We're gonna go to on the left side. We're gonna go to automation. We're gonna click automation. Oops, I just made one. And now, we are going to delete it and make a new one. And now, we're going to click create workflow. And we're going to make it from a template. This is new to me. They just added this like this month probably. And so once everything loads, because it takes a minute for it to load, we're going to look for the confirmation appointments confirmation plus reminder recipe at the very, very bottom. Once everyone has found that, we're going to select next. Is that a calendar? Okay. Anyways, so Does everyone or is everyone on the automation workflow?
Yes.
Cool. All right. So now all we do is plug in those templates that we just made. So now you click the confirmation email, and then at the bottom where it says template, you're going to select the template, and then we're going to click the confirmation email, and it will auto update the fields or whatever. And then you're going to click save action. And then we're going to repeat that process for all of the other ones. So 24-hour before, 24-hour before template. We're going to remove the reminder email. Oh, wait. Oh, let me wait for everyone to be good. So just give a thumbs up in the chat or like in the thing or whatever once you're good. Good? Okay, cool. Cool. Good job. Good job. Okay. So we're going to click on the reminder email. If you really want to, you can keep this, but I'm going to remove it just for the sake of following along with what we had. I'm going to click delete and then click delete action. That delete action will just delete that one little thing. And then we're going to select the template for the text message, the 24-hour before. Oh, actually, we're going to do the 1 hour before. And then click save action. And then do the same thing for the other ones as well. It says email. That's fine. So how it says 5 minutes before. Oh, that's why. Okay. So yeah, we're going to delete the email and keep just the 5 minute before text. And select that template. And then click save. Okay. Just put in the chat when you're good to go or a thumbs up. Good. Okay, cool. And Sharon, since you're good to go, click save on the top right hand corner. Um, all right. So David, I think you're good to go, right?
Yeah, the trigger on the top. Do we delete the one to the right? This one? Yeah.
The add new trigger, that's nothing. It's empty.
Okay, okay.
All right, and then click save. Now, just for the sake of the tutorial, I would test the workflow because I know you don't have the template, so it's a little bit hard to follow along. Test the workflow and then publish. I think you might have to publish before testing, but for you guys, publish it once you guys are actually happy with it, and then it'll be good to go. So then it'll be live. So once you guys are good with that, then we will click back to workflows on the top left-hand corner. Now, I did notice that I forgot to make a custom value. So we're gonna have to go back and make a custom value. So we're gonna go to the settings on the bottom left-hand corner. And then we're gonna go to, yikes. I'm gonna have to blur that out. Custom values on the left hand. Okay, so I did. Okay, so we're going to edit the custom value that says appointment link. We're going to edit that custom value and rename that to be calendar link. Well, hold on. Let me look this up really quickly. All right, let me just see what AI says about this because I feel like so what I'm asking is basically I have I see how it's like connected to the booking. I feel like that is connected just to the calendar API, but that's not like the appointment link, you know? Okay, it says that you already have it. Okay. Okay. So I think the calendar link is fine. This part, I might have to make like a separate little like part just to like clarify this. But that's how I've done it before. So, yeah, I think it's okay. Sorry, I think it's okay. Again, both of you or anyone else watching from the community, just DM me to like help troubleshoot this. this is probably going to be a boo-boo on my end, but it's, I'm too late into this tutorial to like go all the way back and try to fix all that. So now, just for continuity's sake, now we're done with phase 2. So we've done a lot with GoHighLevel. And this part will be very short on the tutorial, but this part may be long for you. But I'm just going to show you to to connect your socials, connect your domain, connect your email domain, stuff like that. I'm not going to actually show you how to connect it. There's a lot of tutorials that already show that like fully show how to do this. That's not within the purview of this tutorial. And then for you two in the call, feel free to DM me like whatever help you have or like whatever questions you have. Because I'm not gonna sit here and help you guys troubleshoot it for for the rest of the video, because I'm recording it. But basically, in the settings, you're gonna want to go to domain, right below the custom values. And if you already have a custom domain, or if you've bought a domain already, you're gonna do connect a domain. And then you're going to type in the domain name, and then it'll bring up like different records that you need to put in your DNS. And so I recommend pork bun as a domain buyer. People recommend GoDaddy, people recommend this, people recommend that. Wherever you bought your domain, or wherever you want to buy your domain, it's personal preference. I've used pork bun. I've heard it recommended to me before as well. So it's wherever you want. I posted the link in the chat in case neither of you have a domain. This is where you would buy it, and then you would go to like the DNS records and then update those. Again, I'm not going to go through that because it would be like another hour, if not 2 hours, of just helping you to set it up and troubleshoot, So, but that is where you would go. You would go to domains and then connect your domain. And then next, after that, you would go down to integrations. And then you would connect your social accounts or whatever. This is where you connect your TikTok, your Stripe, your Google Business account, your Google account, your Google Calendar. Typically, this is like the first step. That's why I kind of made it like the last step, because you can kind of like do either or. But for example, if you want to have your TikTok, or I'm sorry, if you want to set up a Instagram chatbot, for example, you have to connect a Facebook business account. And that in itself is a whole hour long, 20-minute long video of itself. For me, it was a 2-week process to like get it. And even then I'm using like a friend's account that he no longer uses. So, yeah, this is where you include all of your integrations. I need to add my Stripe. But yeah, that's where you do all of that. Again, it's in the integration part in your settings. And yeah, provided that you've done everything and followed everything in the tutorial, your GoHighLevel, I would say, is like 80% there. There's some fine tuning. Again, I didn't show you the connections or how to integrate stuff. Again, that would be stuff that you have to do on your own. But now your GoHighLevel is fully set up, or 80% set up. So yeah, If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments down below. But other than that, we're pretty much good to go. There are some other features like the voice agent, which let me just show that for the sake of showing it because it was brought up before. So previously, Dennis and Jonathan or Joshua in the call, they mentioned integrating or embedding your like chatbot or whatever. So I personally have not done that, but the way that you would do that is on one of the sections, and don't worry about doing this for the people in the call. In the integrations, much like how we added the calendar by custom or by the code, we would click the add element and then click code. Interesting. Oop. No. So you want to do from the column row, add a plus, add a column, and then add the code, and then embed the voice bot or the chat bot from the external program. They would have an embed section, and that's where you would put it. I actually don't know where you would put this. In a programming sense, you would put it at the very top because code is read from top to bottom typically. So, but I don't truly know, to be quite honest. So this could be at the very top. It could be at the very bottom. I put it at the bottom because like chatbot is usually at the bottom. But let's just say, for the sake of everything, from this one column, you add a plus, a full column, and then the same thing, you add the code, and then you add the embed in the code editor. Again, I've never personally done that because I try to stick with GoHighLevel. But again, I'm just showing for extra knowledge and whatever the case may be. But yeah, if you followed along. Oh, by the way, after you connect your domain, then you connect your domain to the web page and the funnel page. So you'll want to go back in, and where it says connect domain, then you click your domain, and then it will add it. It'll transfer it over, and then your website will show this. So yeah, that is the end of the tutorial. I know this is a long one for everyone tuning in, but you know, I wanted to make sure, much like the OBS one, that you're 80% of the way there. Maybe some fine tuning, but now you know how to use most of GoHighLevel, or like the main features of GoHighLevel. So yeah, again, I just want to say thank you all for watching. Thank you all for tuning in and being here for almost 4 hours. So yeah, I'm going to stop the recording, but appreciate everyone.
This was great.